All right, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to draw a perfect circle. I was never really taught how to draw this, but first I usually cheat. You can get a cup or like a coffee mug or something. I'm gonna use just a roll of tape because it's pretty thinned out, but it's like the perfect shape, honestly. So you're just gonna outline that with a lighter pencil. I'm using an HB Blick Studio pencil. This should do the trick. All right, that's pretty good. Just where you can just see the outline. You don't really need to go further than that. All right, so now I'm going to figure out where my light source is coming from. I'm gonna determine my light source is coming from the left. So we're gonna shade right now. We're gonna create just kind of a crescent moon shape all the way down. This is where my light source is coming from. So we don't really wanna touch this right now at all. We're gonna kind of just focus right now on this bottom piece. Right now, also what we can do is kind of figure out where our shadow is gonna go. The shadow is gonna be just kind of a flattened out circle. Doesn't have to be perfect, but what we're gonna do is make sure it goes to this corner. It needs to go probably this far out. Just something like that. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, but just give yourself some sort of outline and make sure it's super light. Don't go heavy on the shading. Just gonna try to get that shape going. And now we're gonna work on that crescent moon shape. And it's really, we're gonna make sure we get those corners as well. I think this is hopefully picking up on the camera. And as well, what we're gonna do, so I don't forget now, we're gonna create like a mini crescent moon right here because this part right here is actually going to be lighter than the main dark crescent moon we just did. I would say it probably stops in the middle of your circle, probably like right here. And then it will go up. I made it go up a little too much. Stops about right here. But this part is going to be lighter than your crescent moon right here that we just did. All right, so now we're just gonna quickly shade. Again, keep it light, but we do know where the darkest part is. So let's do that first. It's gonna be this crescent moon piece. You're also gonna need either a tissue, some ear swabs. You can either have a blending, like a blending tool. I don't have any right now. They're just like white and they honestly look like ear swabs. Right now I'm just gonna be blending this. I'm not touching that area in the center at all yet. And right now I'm still using this HB super light pencil. Gotta hold my book down so it doesn't fly away. Just make sure to go in light. We're not gonna go heavy. I made this protein smoothie. It's pretty good. It's got bananas and peanut butter. The bananas were a little too ripe, but it's like pretty good. Can't say that word, can I? I gotta bleep that out. Just making sure I hit all those little nooks and crannies. So if I don't do it now, I won't do it later. And again, mind yourself where that crescent moon shape is. Get darker. But it is kind of hard to guide yourself in this circular motion while maintaining the same line direction. Especially when you're realizing you have to go darker right here. So just understand your pain. I've been doing it for a while. So I'm trying to make it easier on people that want to learn, because I didn't really have the opportunity. I mean, I had a couple great art teachers, but I mean, there was a few times where, especially where I was trying to learn how to draw people, that's probably one of the hardest things you have to learn as an artist, is drawing people. And I still struggle to this day of like, oh man, that nose doesn't look exactly right. The angle doesn't look proportional, or maybe the eyes aren't exactly where they're supposed to be. And you're like, shoot, I have to start over, because you realize when one thing's not proportional, nothing's proportional in the drawing, especially with faces. Some other things you can kind of mask and fix up. But in portraits, if you're really trying to nail that for a client and they want something to look very realistic, because I'm working on a portrait painting right now, you have to make sure you nail every little detail. All right, so we're getting to the point where we're gonna get a little darker. I'm still, by the way, using that HB. Make sure you go pretty light. We're gonna just do one layer real quick. I did mess up a little here. Make sure you don't do what I did. That needs to definitely be more of a corner, if that makes sense. And I'm going over everything at the bottom with a 2B at this point. I'm gonna try to keep the same direction. It's just very hard. But we gotta try, right? This video is probably way too long. I'm gonna have to trim the crap out of it. Just enough where you can kind of tell what's going on. It's gonna be kind of right in line with that highlight. And I'm just doing a little hash marking right here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but gives the idea. Make sure you don't sign your work. You put the year. I always put the year because I will forget. Thank you guys for watching.